Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to 7 Days to Die, No Blood Moon. I'm the Radio Man 03, and it is awesome to have you along. We're doing some remodeling already. You know, you put something out, and then you sit back and look at it for a little bit, and then you realize you've had what is called a radio moment. And you realize there is a block. You're just looking at it wrong. That's supposed to go there. And then you can do exactly what it is you want to do. The block's not missing. It's there. You're just not looking at it correctly. And the block I'm talking about is this guy right here. Oh, I tell you. So I'm doing some remodeling. The idea I had originally that I'm now, it's like, oh, right. This guy goes all kinds of different directions. I don't know what I was thinking. And then as I started doing the remodel, I thought, you know what? I could open this up if I do an arch. Bring it all the way back here, and then we don't have to have this like right on top of our heads, which isn't bad. I mean, it works just fine. It's solid, but why not do this back to here? And then we could just walk out that way. So I'm doing a little remodel work on this side too. So the whole thing is getting kind of a remodel. I'll come back when I get it done. It'll probably be dark by then, and we'll take a look at it and then move forward. Oh, we got company. Oh, they did come right to here. Look at that, to get to me. That is fantastic news. Okay, so despite the fact I'm up there working, he saw this as a viable way, which it is, to get to me. Oh, that's perfect. This is exactly where we want them. So this is what we need to do here is we need to upgrade this right now. Because if I don't hear them coming, they're going to chew through this stuff pretty fast. And then I'm going to be in some trouble. And since I'm going to be using the auger and it's going to be nighttime relatively soon, yeah, we should probably get these put into place. Flagstone pole, that's centered, I think, yeah. So let's just go... Boop. Nope. Come on now. Advanced rotation. There we go. Hope you all had a good weekend. I did. Variety and I were, you know, she got home. She'd been gone for a week, so it was awesome having her back home. And I think it's this way, right? And then I double it up? Is that what I do? I had it there. Just R. There we go. Hit R to go back. One. What if I go back? Oh, so R is the reverse. Okay, gotcha. That's what it is. Okay, so if I do that, that should still be good, right? So I'm going to leave it like that and see what happens, because that's how I'd like it to be. You know, very solid. But that is really great to see that they are willing to go all the way down there just to get to me. So let me show you what kind of changes I'm making in here. We're going to do this here, because this just looks cooler, and it makes more sense, and it gives this front entranceway just a little bit more, I think, personality to it. Let's go out front before it gets too dark so we could talk about it, and then I can finish this up. So basically what I did was I put this curve in here all the way up. For some reason I was just not seeing that block, which is in the wet concrete blocks, this guy right here, for some reason I was not seeing myself being able to turn this, and I don't know. It's just one of those radio moments. That's literally what it is. So what I did was I came back with this guy, and then I took these two out, these two of these out of here, and put these inside so that there's a bit of a border on either side of it. And then I brought this all the way up. And that's going to go up the corner. Now these corner ones, I'm going to take these corner ones off, and we're going to do some kind of a rail, just a nice rail around the edge of this thing, I think. Just to give it just kind of a finishing touch up top there. And I think we can go with kind of what we've got going on up there, but I've just got to make a couple of adjustments. Just by looking at this on my screen top over the weekend, I was just like, well, you know, I could change that out now and that. And so just different things came to me that I thought, you know what, this would look better. And so I'm trying those out now. It's expensive to do it because, you know, I'm basically, you know, having to destroy rebar and stuff, but it's just stuff, so it's no big deal. And we do like that. I'm going to take, see, I'm squaring this off now. This is going to allow me to do a little something, I think, up here. I want to put like a bracket that goes up into here. to kind of hold these bars better in place, or at least make them look like they're being held in place a little bit more. A little more decorative and stuff is what I'm trying to go for in this build. So as I'm moving along, I'm thinking to myself, well, gosh, you could have used that block there or that block there. And like this one on the corner here, I want this to go up one more so I can get some kind of a rail going on here. Anyways, just different things have popped into my head, so we're going to try them out and see what they look like. And then I also would like to today lay out kind of where this is going to go next. What's going to be happening here, just to kind of think it through and figure out what it is I'm going to do here, because this is a very large space with a lot of space underneath it. So I'm going to have to work that out sooner than later, just so I have it kind of mapped out a little bit. So that's going to be the next thing I'm going to work on after I get done with our remodel here. Yeah, you can see there, that's the rounded one up there. And the rounded, I just don't like how it looks up against all the square stuff. I just don't like it. So this just kind of smooths it out. I think once that dries, it's going to look really nice up there and actually fit in much better than that bulky box does. Now, the buzzards will be able to get in here pretty easy, but, you know, it's all right. It's okay. We'll be fine. Yeah, we'll be fine. So I'm taking all these out right now. I'm working on this side and getting that side all worked out. So that is what I am working on at the moment. I will be right back. Okay, we've got another visitor. Looks like she's banging on the wall over there. Do we make any noise? Will that help her go around? She's just going to keep her working her way right through that wall. I may want to think about making this about half as long, huh? It's about where she's at. Okay, so she broke out the block, but now she's going right back to work on it. I thought maybe she was going to change course after she broke that. I'm kind of watching to see what she does here. Looks to me like she's going to go right through there. She's working on the one below it now. That's why I was thinking maybe an arch system here might not be a bad idea. Have big arches. That way they can come in from all sides and just make sure the traps are, you know, sufficient enough to get them. I think a couple of turrets down on that end shooting back this way would be ideal. And then a couple of blade traps on the floor here. And maybe a couple of electric fences in here and just see kind of what happens. I'm going to let her go ahead and punch that hole in the wall. Okay, she's forgotten what she's doing. I think she forgot what she was doing. She did. Well, that's pretty good zombie behavior. Oh, we got another one coming in now. Holly was more than happy to run right down the middle of the hallway here. Oh, Louise fell down. Oh, look at her. I hear another one coming. In the buttocks, Luke. In the buttocks. I think that's it. And I think I finished this up here too. I think I'm done kind of with the initial remodel here of this. I am trying to work out how I want to do some rails on here. Let's just see if we've got any other zombies lurking about. There's our... luau guys out there. Here it comes. Here comes the big guy. That was his head coming off right there. Squishy squish head. Yeah, I want to figure out how I'm going to... I would like a little something on here to do sort of a rail around the top of this. Nothing super huge or anything like that, but something up here would be nice, I think. So I'm going to think about that some more. Now that I've got these blocks flattened out, I could probably go with... Yeah, see, I've got these guys right up against there. I could take that off up there and actually put my railing right on top of this. Because we do have the blocks here too, so I don't need this extra cap right here because it's not necessary anymore. What is nice about this cap is that it lines up perfectly with these bars. I do like that. Well, we can come back to that. What I want to do when the sun comes up is I'm going to get out here and I'm going to kind of start to... Well, I'm going to think about it overnight here, but I want to figure out how I'm going to move on in this direction so I can get this area kind of worked out right in here. I need to figure this out next for this project to go forward here. Well, it actually took most of the night for me to get this all kind of remodeled and worked out in a little bit better way for me. Let's go... Yeah, let's just keep flipping this around. I'm gonna go like this for now across here, and I think I'll put one, well, I don't know. What I did was I went ahead and used that, like I showed you, that corner piece all the way up here, and then I've used the rounded top up here. The thing about the rounded top is that it's got two sides, you know, this way, but there's no real clear area over here, so I don't even like these on here. So what I think I'm going to wind up having to do right here to make this just look right for me is bring this back one. I'm going to put that thin metal strip across here, and then we're going to put bars right here. So what I'm going to do is this, and then what I can do is run my rail on a solid piece. You know what I could actually do is, let's see here, well, I could use a pole, and this would work out just as well. That's the center. We want this guy right here. Advanced rotation. Okay, no, I can't do that because then my rail's not going to be able to go in there, of course. So that's not going to work. What I need to do is do we have a thin concrete plate? Wet concrete plate centered. Oh, really? Okay. It's really good to come in here and do this, just so I can see what it is I'm looking at. So if we do this guy right here, now what I should be able to do, I could put... I'm almost out of these, so we're going to have to go back to the base to get these. I could put this guy right here, and that guy right there, and then I could run these guys right along here like so, and that should look pretty good. I realize this kind of doesn't meet up with this curve right here, but I think it's going to be decent looking from out front. So let's go out front and take a look. I think the sun's about to come up. Yeah, all night long. Just had a businessman show up, and that was about it overnight. Interesting, the businessman decided to jump right up in here and start banging on this wall. That's exactly what he did out front here. So, but then again, I was standing right up here too when he caught wind of me. So maybe that's why he came this direction. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what happens down the road as we do our zombie thing. So, excuse me, we took out a little bit of the curve, the roundness, but I think by smoothing it out like this, it looks a little bit better and a little more fortified, actually. And when we do the paint scheme, it's going to look a lot better, I think, as well. And then this here, there's not much I can do about the fact that this does not connect with this. I thought about putting a completely square block in here, but that ruins my my smooth corner. So you give up one for the other. But I do like the fact that this is now arched like this, instead of the way we had it. It gives it, it's a little more grand, I think, right up there with that arch in it. So I like that idea. I even considered putting something like this right here, But then we're trading up a square block for another square block that's going to have a gap in it. So, and we could do this to make that look like it fits a little bit better there too. Like the rails go in, but I think I'm okay with the way that is right now. I think so. So that takes care of that piece of my puzzle right there. Because, like I said, you know, I spent the weekend seeing my screensaver. I didn't really play. I didn't play at all weekend. And so, yeah, it's just, you know, things came to me. You guys made suggestions, and it hopefully is looking better than what it was before. Because don't forget, we are actually going to be coming off of this with something on this side right here. So there's not going to be as much wall showing. I'll probably start whatever I'm going to do back here, right about here in this area, I would think. But I want to go inside and check up here and see just where is our second floor going to, our next floor going to be. We are quite a ways up here. And what I think I'd like to do is, this is 7, so 1, 2, and 3. I think what I want to do is kind of start coming out this way a little bit and see at this level, I should be able to go 5 blocks, I believe. That's the recommended anyways, I think. 5 and then a support. And I want this to go on across here a ways. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then I'm going to need the support block. And then from here, I want to bring this out. I want to bring this kind of up and out like this a little bit so we can put a glass thing in here, because this is going to be a causeway for us to get over to what is going to be the farm area over there. In addition, maybe not glass so much as bars or something, so as we go across this causeway, we can shoot out. Now, it'd be kind of interesting in this causeway as well is to have a staircase that would go into a lower area, or even maybe a ladder that would go down into kind of a lower bunker area down here, so we could actually be in this area shooting at the zombies, and then the legs of this sit on top of that down there. And then we've got one of the legs, maybe we'll do a 3x3 with a hole in the middle, so as we're running down this hallway, we can just kind of drop down the chute and then, you know, be in a lower area to fight. And then what this is going to be up here, what we could do on top of this is the runway for the gyrocopter, is what I was thinking. That's what I'm thinking. Wow, that's a lot, doesn't it? It sounds like a whole lot. It is. Oh man, I could jump. I could jump. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so 2, 3, 4. I can't even reach that from here. I'm just that. It's just that high up. Let's give us something to stand on here. There we go. Let's do that right there. Beautiful. Oh. Okay. Frames. Wood frame block. Let's make another... Can I make 100? I can. I've got 922 wood on me. That tree out front, that one may... it may have to go. I don't want to, but it may have to. Let's go ahead and help this out a little bit as we come down with it. Throw that on there. Okay. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 away from that wall. Can't reach it. So adventure-wise this week, we've got one more job, a level tier 3 job that we have not done yet. So I was thinking we should probably do that. I think it's a job for Joel, actually. How far am I going to go with this? I'm going to go all the way with it. That's 2, 3, 4. I should probably measure this all out. 5. This is where we're going to come down with it. Yeah, so you can't hold all that. It can't hold all of that. It's just too much weight. So we're going to have to make these pretty good legs. And like I said, we should have something down here that we can be in as well and possibly enter through a door. We could do a door right there into this area too. So we have two ways of getting in. Now, the thing I've been trying to wrap my head around is this big giant ditch we have here. Let's get this out of here. Clean up our wood mess as well. There we go. This is a pretty big dip in the ground. Bigger than I thought it was when we initially got here and saw it. If I want to be at least 3 blocks above any zombies that can get over to this area right here, our bunker is going to have 1, 2, 3. I'm going to have to be up. I'm going to say I'm going to have to be up at least this high right here. Okay, so let's get rid of this guy down here because he's going to cause me to become quite confused, I think, eventually. Before we work on this next floor that I was starting on, let's go ahead and figure out where we're at down here because, I mean, we should start from the ground and work our way up, correct? That makes sense. I don't always make sense, though, when I do these things. Because this is not really the level we're looking at right now anyways. This is not going to be the level of our build. Yes, you can come with me too. Okay, beautiful. We got this and this. Alright, so there we go. So now what I'm thinking about is maybe kind of a lower area right here that has stairs that go up onto this platform. And what we do is we do a little thing that goes down to here, and then it turns into kind of a flat area for them to be on, and we have our traps set up on. So if I do that there, that's basically the floor of my thing. This would be like the ceiling of it. I only need it too high when I go through here. We want to keep it, you know, short to the head. Actually, right here would be okay, right? Because then I've got this, and I've got a place to fight from right here. And then we want them to not be able to actually get up to this area that we're fighting out of. So if we do this... Now, that's not going to be really high enough for it. Let's grab the shovel. If they're standing here, they're 2 blocks high, just like us. I think a couple of them are a little bit taller. I think the Demolish is a little taller than that. But if they get up this close, we're going to use a kind of block where we can actually see down. Maybe an angled block right here would be good. And then... we're definitely going to have to come down with this. I'm just trying to get kind of an idea as to what we've got to work with here. And then I've got like a staircase or two to get up onto here. Something like that would work in this corner right here, but then we've got to drop down a little bit. Otherwise, we are really just filling in a big old area with concrete, and it just doesn't make any sense to do that. Let's do that. Let's find our low spot. Looks like this is going to be it right here. That's our low spot. And then how far back does that go? Okay, it doesn't want to go back that far. Okay, so if we do this over here... I'm trying to stay with the terrain as much as I can as well. Yeah, basically if I do something like this right here... could continue to follow the contour of this land. Okay, so I can take this and keep this raised up high like this right here. We could easily put a turret, something right here in this area as well, looking this direction. I do believe that having one over here closer to the gate is probably a better decision for coverage of this entire area right here. This is really going to work well, especially if we put it like right, maybe on this corner right here. It'll reach, should reach this entire area. So I feel like that's pretty good right there. And then we could put another one in this area here. But if we keep this up high, and then we're going to go down low all the way across here. And then where does this start to jump up again? It's pretty consistent right there, isn't it? Let's try this over here. And we're looking at this, and okay, it didn't want to come over this far, did it? But now it will. So yeah, we've got all this room here. Okay, so that's going to be down here underneath this. And I'm not quite sure how we're going to work this out back here. I thought about actually making a trough back here with a staircase that leads down this direction, so zombies, if they fall into this, can just walk this way and go down that way, or get on some stairs and walk themselves back out of here. But they're going to need to be able to travel through here easily, so they don't, you know, stop and start hitting stuff. So we've got to make sure they can get through. Oops, I got some garbage here. Some garbage. And a partial, a bush. Okay, it's like so, and then they've got stairs up to here, and now they're up on this upper platform area. We have a box that's sitting up this area here that we could walk through and shoot down at them with what will probably be very large legs. Very large legs down here. And we can actually have that go back this way a little bit. And then this, the legs for this, will sit on top of this. They'll just be short and stout. Very short and stout. But there will be a bit of a gap between what we're in here down here and what we're walking across up here. This should be smaller than what this is down here for sure, but large enough to accommodate the gyrocopter. So I wouldn't want to go, well, it's 7 wide across that circle up there, so that's how wide that's going to be, is about 7 blocks wide. And then we'll continue this exact shape all the way down, just like this through here and this here, and we'll just seal it up with concrete and rebar. And then we can take and start building this next level on top of that, and we'll get this figured out next. Now that I'm down here looking at this and thinking about what I have space-wise to do, I don't know that we need to put anything really in that entire circle area immediately. What we can do is we can use these side areas to, like I've done on the other side, we're going to jut out. This one's going to jut out across here a little ways and become a nice little bunker for us to fight in, and something for this area up here to sit on top of. So we can bump that out, and we could actually make, instead of turning this into like a bunker, we could do like the crafting area over here or something else. Let's go to our map real quick. I need to remove that so it's no longer showing up. You see, over here, we could do the same thing we're going to do over there, where we just kind of hop up a little bit and go out the wall. And we could have something out in this area too. Sky's the limit, man. Sky's the limit. Whatever your imagination come up with, that's what you can do. That's pretty fantastic, I think. Yeah, it's not going to be, you know, it's probably more concrete than I initially thought at the very beginning as far as what we're going to do, but the bass that I've got running around in my head and changing constantly is really solid and just super beefy, is how I see it. So I think what we could probably do is commit to some of this and get some of this put together. And it's going to be concrete, but we'll do something nice with the concrete to make it look, you know, decent. The visitor. Oh, it's Stanley. He's coming to help. What a guy. Hey, Stanley. Let's see if we can get him to follow us through this thing. Come on, Stanley. I want to see if you'll jump down this hole with me. Or if you'll go around. Find a more comfortable way to get through. Yeah, you know, you're perfect. Your timing is excellent. I needed something to... I'm kind of trying to figure out how I want this to go down here. I don't know that I'm going to be too finicky about it. I'm going to fill it in and then put some big giant legs in there, so... you do it this way, sir. Will you follow me down this hole, Stanley? Will you jump with me? Oh, sounds to me like he's going around. Mr. Self-Preservation over here. Look at that. Don't fall. Let's walk over there to him. Nice work, Stanley. Thank you. You've answered a question for me. So they're not going to jump down into that hole. They might stumble into it like they do at the trench at home, but the trench is only, what, 3 blocks deep? This is much deeper than 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. What, are they taking 6 blocks of damage in the fall? So it looks to me like, yeah, he's allergic to the falling part. So the center of this is... Let's get some wood frames on the hot bar real quick. I want to know where my legs are going to go, and I'm thinking 2 3x3 areas is what I'm going to do for the legs. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so I'm going to have to go right about here. And this is the... Where's my center? Right here? 5. That's 6 right there. So I'm going to need this. Oh, I think I hear another zombie. Something like this right here. And then we'll have like, this will actually be a leg. And then this leg will be represented again after we build this thing on top of it. Oh, it's a chicken over here. Love it. And this is actually number 3 right here. That's perfect. And we go like so. Yeah, that's good. That's good. Let's get that out of here. Move around a little bit. Now that that's out of the wood, it should look a little bit different out here. Okay, then we do that like that, and then what I want to do next with the shapes, and I will turn this into concrete later, I do want to go with this guy. Like so. And then I want to go the next guy. Shapes. This guy here is going to go next then. I thought I picked the other shape. Yeah, this guy's going to come out here. Ooh, I wonder if I could do... see, that doesn't work that way. Yeah, we're going to bring it out one more, and then our glass is going to sit on top of this block right here. Our glass, or whatever it is we're shooting through. We could go even, what did I say? We wanted to go 2 or 3 high. We have a 2 high ceiling, right? So us there, and then we have this block is our roof, advanced rotation. This is just very rough draft. There we we go. And that would be right about right there. Boom, just like that. And then we've got our bars in between here. And we're able to get out to here to fight. So it's going to cup up a little bit from the bottom up. Zombies will be able to bang right on this right here. So we may have to lift this up one more. We may have to do it one more. We could even probably forego this block right here and have this just be it. Maybe in locations such as this right here, instead of using those, what I use is I use the angle ones in that sort of situation. Or anytime we're dropping down into a different area, I start using the, maybe I use the angle blocks to be able to do something like that. I think, oh, what did I just do? I don't know what I just did. I don't think this one comes in that block. So we could, well, yeah, it does. We could do this guy right here. And then this guy next to him on both sides in all of our corners, and then the zombies would be able to walk up out of there without having to actually use stairs, and it might give the ground a little interest out here too. Yeah, just whenever we have to go down, we switch to that other block and we do that. Oh, that would work out actually pretty good, I think. Now, how does that fit in this corner when I've got that up there? Probably pretty sweet. Yeah, see, that just works out just great. They can come right on up, and no one's going to have any hassle. Let's put that in so you guys can actually see it. We do that right there. Let's put another one right here. Oh, I need to get that one underneath it first. Something like this right in here. We keep the contour of the land, but then we've got, you know, just kind of an area for them to get up and down in. And if this is where they're going to be and fall into and come into, we can lay down some defenses out here that are pretty simplistic, I would think, too. Maybe even electric fence, a couple electric fences going across here, but put them a little further out so that we can see them. And if they walk up, they get zapped, and then we take them out. Something of that nature. That's kind of where I'm going with that right there. I'm not sure if I should raise that up one more or not. I think I probably should. That's going to put it up a little ways off of the floor in here, which is not that big a deal. We can make adjustments. Ooh, was that a zombie coming up on us? No, it's just some dirt. I saw that dark patch right there. Caught my eye. 1, 2. Yeah. And then the next leg, I feel like I need to figure out what we're doing here, what I'm doing. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and this is number 6 here. So again, I've got the... There we go, like so. And yeah, we seal that all up, all the way up to the belly of the walkway here. If I lay this out and take a look at this instead, I'm going to need to remember to keep building with these wood frames. It's just that we don't have... You can build so much more than with just the wood frames. 3, 4, 5, and then we're over here in the hillside at this moment. So that's not going to work right here. So maybe we can make these look a little more decorative, not just big squares, you know. Do something with those legs. Got an idea in my head running around right now, but we do that. And we take it over to that point right there, and our last leg is right there. And the last final leg here, let's build it. We're going to go 1, 2, 3. Let's mark it out. 1, 2, and a 3, and a right there. There we go. We'll just frame it out a little bit. R. And then we could work on this section next in our videos together, our time together that we play. But today we'll take the time to get this kind of a thought. Tuesday's my longer day at work, so I will we'll be able to get a little bit of this done. Tomorrow I'll have time to think about it. Okay, so if I do that there, basically this is the last leg, right? Now what we could do is we can come out here like so, maybe round this out a little bit and make this leg a little bit bigger down this end and bring it up until we reach the top of this next frames. Can I make another 50? Beautiful. Then I'm gonna need to figure out what's my height for this next level here. Looks like maybe one more. One more would get me up over the top of this. It's almost as high as it needs to be. So this is where our next level is, right up here. That is up a bit. So we're going to have a bunker here. So let's see. How big is this guy? Let's get R. Let's get this guy changed into the shape we're looking for. Right here. I need it at least 2 high. Yeah, 1, 2, 3 off the edge. Oh, so hard to see that. There we go. Yeah, something like this here. Our copy rotation. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then right here, we would likely do what could be kind of fun. I still want to get some of the round in here a little bit. Wood pillar 50. Thing is, this when I put this in, then nothing's really going to line up with that anymore. But yeah, we'll do something in between here. I'm thinking right now what we could do is we could do actually glass down here and a bar thing on the top to be able to shoot through at things coming down this way. And if this runs all the way along here, that gives us a good little vantage point from right here. And then above this, we have the landing strip. I'm also thinking right now that it'd be kind of cool too if we actually ran this way and actually go into the mountain a little bit, figure out where we need to be, hit a ladder, and we pop up here, and then we've got our farm thing laid out up here. That could be kind of cool and keep us dug in on the hillside, and then we just figure out a way to kind of keep them from getting into this next building over here. That could be kind of fun too. It's not going to be a huge ladder, but it could be pretty fun. Wow, I'm out of time. It's just, it took me so much longer than I thought it was going to take me to get through this little kind of remodel thing here. But let me know what you think of the changes we made here. I think it looks a little bit better. I think it does. It's kind of less chunky gaps in it and stuff like that. It kind of smoothly blends together. And then I've hopefully taken you through most of what I'm thinking through my head about this guy right here and what that's going to look like and what we're going to do with it. This is still up in the air as to what we could do with this entire causeway right here. So keep an open mind about it and let me know what you think as well. But that's going to have to wrap up today's episode. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, do hit the like button for me, comment, subscribe, and share. I'm the Radio Man 03. Have an awesome, a fantastic, and a superb day, and I look forward to talking to you again next time.